I love the guy's. The guy's great. I mean, this guy fighting. I love the way this guy fights. Al, what do you think of this fight versus Tony Ferguson? The guy is a Terminator also.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I feel afterwards. I know what I'm feeling. I think you probably know that also. What do you think about this fight?
After that interview, I don't know. I just kind of. He's intense, man. He's definitely he's got it, and he broke down the fight really well. I think he's
right?
definitely
he knows
exactly what he's in for, and all the weapons that Tony Ferguson has.
I was thinking the same thing. The way he was bringing the way he brought up how Michael Johnson's got more power. Then I'm like, is he sleeping on Tony's stand up? Then he goes, but Tony's better with the elbows. He's better with the knee.
Completely true. And then
and
he
on
said
the
he's
floor,
a little unpredictable standing up, which is the one thing he didn't go into was looking out for his chokes. So that's one thing that I really think is going to play a big factor. In,
Do you? Like his Darce chokes and whatnot.
He's got chokes from everywhere.
Who?
Tony Ferguson.
Yeah,
he's got those long arms getting them from everywhere. So if Khabib. If Tony Ferguson, when guys get sporadic and kind of unpredictable on their feet, you want to take them down. I think a wrestler especially like Khabib is gonna. It's almost instinct for him to shoot in, and I think he can get in trouble with those chokes. He's definitely got to be careful with those.
Though, I mean, he's brought those out before, and it got the fight done for him, Tony Ferguson. But I feel in the ground. So if you had to make a decision, if you had to pick, hey, listen, that's a rough gig. Hey, it's man, rough. And we're fighters too, so we hate getting picked against.
I think I'm still gonna go with Tony Ferguson.
You're going with Tony?
Yeah.
Interesting, Jimmy.
Well, as you know, I think I'm 1-72 in picking fights.
Oh yeah, Jimmy picks Tony. Everybody.
I'm terrible. The one time I picked against Anderson Silva, I picked fucking Derek Brunson. I'm the worst.
But
he won the
that
fight.
was
I know.
controversy.
He did win. But the point is, I never, ever get it right. I still think Khabib is going to win. I think he's just too dangerous on the ground. Ferguson's good off his back. I still say Khabib is going to be.
Now,
by the way, Khabib said people keep asking about if you were hurt in the fight. Well, of course, because that's the only way people see to beat you. Is no one is thinking he's going to lose on the ground to anybody. So the only way people see you can beat him is to get him by striking. So yeah, Johnson stunned him. So it's a logical question.
The biggest thing the question I asked him is what's really in my head is it's not the fact that I believe he's going to get it down. I do, because he's a powerhouse, man. He really is. He got a hold of Johnson, and it was like, man, you see it coming. He's just putting him down. I heard he's got gorilla strength, man.
Who, Khabib?
I talked to Ali, his manager, and that dude's he's like a black belt in judo, and he's I forgot what he is in jiu-jitsu, but he's not a weak guy. He goes, yo, I've rolled with black belts. I rolled with Khabib, and the dude's like a gorilla. I've heard. So I mean, and you can see it, but there's different levels in there. I want to see what Tony's in his guard. Again, Khabib he pisses past guards, man. He pisses right through him. He cuts right through him and gets. And he's a big guy with control. This dude's a very wiry guy. Dan Castillo controlled him, but did nothing to him.
Just stayed in the guard.
Did nothing to him. Just blanketed him.
But
that's not Khabib's style. Khabib is going to be posturing up, coming down with heavy strikes, fighting his legs to get into a half guard position, and even if he doesn't settle down on him, the other guy's going to be wrapping around him. Is he going to be able to pass, control? I'm banking on Khabib's going to be able to power through a lot of Tony's weapons down there, because I feel that, like when I had a guy on top of me, and I'm good at wrapping guys up. It's different though, because I got little limbs. I'll go to Carol Parisian because they look like, I'm going to say, as far as they get that, like he's got a sambo like kind of strength, like but like those guys with the judo background have that explosiveness too. Hard guy to hold down. It's a different kind of feel. So Khabib's got he's going to be a hard guy to control. If he gets stuck onto all fours, you don't see him there too long, though, because he's usually smushing him up against the fence, and then just, I don't know, man. I think Khabib's going to be able to take him out, but I want to see how he's going to do it, if he's going to be able to really land on him down there. Yeah, dude, listen, I can't wait. It is they're number one and number two for a reason.
And there are tickets available, which is shocking that this fight has any tickets available.
We talked earlier, and it's like,
shocking.
Really is for guys that watch the sport, it's a great fight.
The whole card is great.
Of all the fights that are coming up, this is one of the top that I've been.
Yeah, me too. Oh, forever.
It's in my weight class, and this is two guys that who knows is going. We're going back and forth.
I know. We can just keep talking, and you can make a case for either guy. Really, either guy has the tools to win, but who's going to impose that? What do you think of Alistair Overeem versus Mark Hunt to kick off the main card? Who do you think with that?
Oh wow, that's a good one too. I think I gotta go with Mark Hunt, man.
Now, I would normally say that, but he's not. I think Overeem's slick enough to get him down. And if he gets him down, I don't think Overeem's going to stand with him. And Overeem does. He has underrated grappling.
Really good grappling.
Really good. And he's not going to stand up with Hunt. I know you want him to.
I don't
Jimmy, I know you want him to.
No, I understand. It would probably not be a good move. Then again, didn't Overeem beat Brock and Brock beat up on Hunt? Not that you can always tell by that, but
yeah, well,
he kicked Brock out of MMA for a while.
Yeah,
that fucking kick to the liver.
Overeem is I mean, look, the other guy did survive down there with like a Bigfoot and whatnot. Mark Hunt, he survived down on the right. Did he survive on the floor with Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Bigfoot. But I feel that Overeem is going to play it smart, and he's just going to get that fight down. What do you think of Rashad Evans versus Dan Kelly?
I don't know.
Dan Kelly has his work cut out for him, but
yes,
if there's any time to fight Rashad Evans, he's been out for how long? And he's getting,
what was wrong with him? Because he was going to fight, and then they said
there was something weird going on there. Chris Medusa's looking it up now,
and they wouldn't let him fight. Right? He was already scheduled to fight, and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, it was just something with his MRI. It wasn't like anything specifically was wrong, but there was some sort of unresolved issue, and they didn't know what it was. So
was it on 200 or no, or 205?
Yeah, he was supposed to be on 200, and then I think he was going to fight Tim Kennedy. I forget which event. The next one. When Calvin Gastelum stepped in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's making his middleweight debut, Rashad Evans, so that's interesting, man. I mean, listen, he's got to win over the champ, Michael Bisping, which was a very close fight. I've seen that.
As people go on, is it more common for them to drop down in weight? I mean, wouldn't you think guys would just not want to cut anymore and fight heavier?
Depends on the person, man. It really does. I mean, last time I made 155, I was 29. How old are you, Raging Al?
29.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was fighting Al's weight. It's fucking sad. Now depressed.
So as you go on, would you want to fight lighter?
No, I don't think so.
You want to fight heavier, right?
I think it gets harder to cut weight. You know,
what do you walk around at?
Like 180, 175. Right now, I'm actually pretty light.
How tall are you?
5'9.5".
Wow, I can't picture 180. Jesus.
I mean, listen. What about now? Wait, we didn't get talking about the main event yet. We had, but Raging Al hasn't. Who you taking? We're kind of biased because we like Stephen Wonderboy. He trains with us.
I like him, and I think he's gonna do it too.
Who do you think won the first fight? Did you watch? And you watched the first fight, I assume.
Yeah, I watched it. I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
when I don't have a fight coming up, I have a couple drinks, and by the main event,
you're like, Wonderboy.
Yeah, so I gotta watch. Yeah, exactly.
Raging Al could rage. You realize that?
I thought that Thompson absolutely won it when we were there, and then I watched it again, and I'm like, nah, I'm okay with that being a draw. I don't think he took Terrence.
Well, I'm okay with it being a draw because I want to see them fight again. That was a fun fight.
Selfishly, sure.
I listen. It's really actually unfair for me to even call it because I am Wonderboy's. Wonderboy's my boy. You know what I mean? I like that. I'm biased. Yeah. I'm biased, but to try to take that out of it, I still think he's going to win.
Do you?
I do. I just think that
decision, or do you think it's gonna be a knockout? What do you think?
I think that that last fight, I know it went 5 rounds. That first round was very as far as it didn't take a big shot to his energy, the energy bar to Tywin's endurance.
Tywin.
You know what I mean? What did I say?
You said Tywin, like Lannister.
Like Tywin Lannister. I'm a fucking moron. Do you realize really quick, and I'm not going to say what it's about, but a lot of times we have meetings for this show. So we had a meeting yesterday, and Chris, the producer, goes, look, it's 2 p.m., we got to talk, and this and that, we got people calling. And next thing you know, I'm like, listen, I go, call me the day of, because I'll forget. He calls me an hour before, and it was yesterday. An hour before he calls me.
Let me see the text.
It was an hour.
I may even have
Wait,
the
were
text.
you in the text? It was a group text?
It was a group text.
In fairness to you, I think it was maybe like 2 hours before. It was like 12:30, I think.
It wasn't, dude. It was like 1 o'clock. So I'm like, it's in an hour.
Okay, so he writes, hey guys, no, that was the rundown. Okay, I'll find this one.
Do you have it?
No, I'll find it, yeah.
Al, but how about this? Al doesn't look surprised already.
I don't know.
He's like, wow, this is not a big
Chris writes at, you want another reminder at, he says, okay, he reminds him. And then Matt goes, okay, cool, totally forgot. And then Chris writes, you want another reminder near 2? This is 12:59.
Okay.
Matt
What were you doing?
I was at the school, but I had a crazy day yesterday. I was at the school and I was rolling. If it was 12:59,
at 12:59, Matt wrote, I should be good.
It was an hour. I had to be ready.
And then
and it was 2:15, I think. Oh no, he texted me personally. Like, dude, what happened?
I'm trying to find my text.
What do you got?
My text from
I want to hear
Matt.
this. I
was,
felt bad, dude.
It was this.
I felt bad, Jimmy. I left you a voice message too.
You know what it was? It was a voice message at 2:21, and I text 20 minutes after.